did this project with Yash, and we did it at LCMDC Memorial College in North Point. And our aim was to create an educational and fun program. Like, we wanted to teach the students, the local students, the things we learned in humanities and action class, because we want to inspire them and also improve the students' English.
Yeah, so our main goal was to raise awareness and inspire the students into taking action. And the reason why we chose to do this project was because we know that global issues are really important, and because they aren't really addressed in Hong Kong local schools, we think it would be a great opportunity to maybe just spend an hour after school to discuss and share ideas about our world. This is at the local school. This is Josh, this is me, and this is some pictures. So our accomplishments. We're really proud of the work we put into. Planning the lessons and doing the lessons took quite a bit of time because we had to make the lessons interesting, meaningful, and easy to understand. So we're just really proud of the time commitment. And we were also really well prepared before the lesson. We always emailed the teachers before we went so they knew what topic we were going to be talking about, and to show that we actually do really care about this project and that we really do appreciate working with that school.
Okay, so we got some positive feedback from the students after the lessons, and they said that, most of them said that they found the lesson really meaningful because they thought we were like, because we're like the same age as them, and they didn't know that. They thought we were like really optimistic presenters, and they thought that our games and activities were really meaningful too. And one example of our activities was we would stand in lines, and then we would ask them like questions, like real few questions, and then they would give their opinion. And a common feedback from them was they said the world is unfair because lots of poor people don't have enough food and money, because they thought the income inequality lesson was very effective.
Yeah, so though we didn't really make a huge difference because we only taught one class and we only had 4 lessons, so we didn't make a huge difference. But in terms of just that class, the students are now more aware and they're also better at English. This is because oh yeah, this is a magazine from the school about our program. Oh, it's Josh, but...
Gosh.
Like, you can see, like, their comments, the world is unfair to some people who live in poverty. So, although we didn't change the world, but we did change the perspectives of this class. These are more comments. Okay, so what we learned. We learned that teaching isn't easy at all, so the teachers are awesome. And in the first lesson, we didn't really know what to expect because we didn't know the students' level of English, and we didn't know if they would be quiet or engaged. And so after the first lesson, we sort of learned about the students more, and we could create better lessons to suit the students so that it created a better balance. So that was kind of like the learning process. And we also learned how to communicate with the school by arranging the meetings and writing all the emails. And we also, more importantly, learned about group work and responsibility because Yash is in the other class, so it's really difficult to all work on it together with the 3 of us. But we used each other's advantage really well. So Emerald's really good at planning activities, Yash is really good at presenting and speaking, and I'm better at just putting up the lessons together. And so we just used each other's advantage, and we worked well together to make this project work. And I think this is an important skill to carry forward in our lives.
Okay, so what we did well was time management for each lesson. Like, we arrived there on time because it was like every Thursday after school from 4 to 5, and we always arrived there on time and then end our lesson on time too. And also our activities, we kind of planned like for each activity, how long would it be, like 15 minutes, and then it went quite well, so that was good. And also we presented clearly, like we made like presentation slides for them, and they kind of get an understanding of what we're trying to teach them. Like we had pictures and text, and we were also really precise with our language because we're trying to make it like in the simplest form of English. And we also like gave them instructions, and they were really detailed on the slides.
Yeah, and we also bonded with the students, and we were polite and respectful towards everyone. Areas for improvement, what we could really improve on was the scheduling, and so we really could have scheduled the recycling outing earlier, because we scheduled it 2 weeks before the planned date. And when we told the students, we found out that the students were not able to make it, and so we had to cancel that activity. And it was really unfortunate because that activity was a cherry on top of our Elixir project, because we've talked about so many issues, and finally we got to do something about like an issue, but because of our scheduling conflict, we couldn't do that. And also to reply emails earlier.
Yeah, and another area to improve was they didn't think it was quite fun. Like they thought it was boring most of the time. I don't know why, but we tried really hard. We tried really hard to make the lessons, but there was like a lot of awkward moments. So, yeah, and then they were also like they should be more engaged, because like we always ask them for feedback and just comments, and they never actually say anything.
So yeah, in conclusion, we're really happy about what we've done. We thought it was a great learning experience, especially to do a lot of communication skills and teaching skills and leadership skills. So we're just glad that this happened.
Yeah, and also I thought teaching was a really great experience, because it was kind of like my first time, and like I think like because like teaching, because their native language is Cantonese, so I thought like teaching in English is more inspirational, so I thought that was good.
Thank you.